Hey there guys, let's get into my everyday makeup routine. This is what I do every day right after I get out the shower. So here we go. First, I grab my NIVEA soft lotion, and I love this lotion. It's amazing. I really have dry skin, so I try to get it as into my skin as I possibly can. Next, this is my NYX eyebrow pencil in espresso, and it has a spoolie at the end, so I brush out my hairs to get them really tamed, and then I'm going to create a line at the bottom of my brow just to give my arch a little bit more definition. I arch my eyebrows every 2 weeks, and so I just follow the natural arch that I've created. So then after I create that line, what I'm going to do is start creating hair-like strokes to kind of mimic the hair that I already have on my brows, and just fill in the areas that may be, you know, a little lacking. So I'm going to fill in that tail and make it really nice and defined, and we're going to do that from the middle of my brow first, and then I fill in the front of my brow as well. Not too harsh, but just to give it some definition. And I do the exact same thing on the other brow just to make sure that they are nice and tamed. So at this point my brows are looking a little ridiculous. This happens every day. So what I do is I take that spoolie, and to make it less boxy, I just kind of scratch away or brush away some of that product and kind of get it into a more natural looking gradient effect brow. Our brows are not boxy, so this helps tame it down. Then I'm going to take this brush from Real Techniques and NYX Gotcha Cover Concealer in Sand, and look at my cross-eyedness, this is crazy. Using a small amount, I just go right up under my eyebrow to clean it up. This is really what makes the difference with my brows, and without this, they just kind of look messy, but this really cleans it up. Just using a small amount of that, and then I blend it all in with my ring finger, and I'm going to do the same thing on my other brow. You can really see the difference, cleaned up and not cleaned up. Take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color orange. It's an orange color corrector. I've used it to the last drop, and what this is going to do is cancel out those dark circles under my eye and around my mouth. When I don't do this step, I kind of get a little gray with my foundation, so this helps just to even everything out when I put on my layer of foundation. So I'm just stippling that out with my e.l.f. stippling brush from Target as well. And this is really going to make the difference with my foundation and make it look really smooth. So these are the two products that I normally use for foundation. Today I'm going with Fit Me in the color 322 by Maybelline. I'm putting that on my e.l.f. flathead brush, a little too much, and I'm just going to stipple that into my skin, going one section at a time. And yeah, this is going to be lighter than my skin tone, a tad bit lighter, but it's all good. Contouring is really going to balance everything out. Going back in with that NYX Gotcha Cover Concealer, I am going to start concealing under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose. And what you're going to see me doing is I actually mix two concealers together, one that's a little bit more skin tone-y and then one that's a little lighter. And this is by Maybelline Fit Me as well in the color Tan. Then I just use my beauty blender and I blend those bad boys out, and it just looks so flawless and so natural looking, like a natural glow. I don't always want to go for that Blasian look. I just want something that I can wear to work and be glam but not too glam. So this really does the trick, mixing those two color concealers. So you can do that definitely with your skin tone. Now I'm taking my holy grail Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to set all those areas that I put the concealer under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and on my eyes as well, just to kind of absorb some of those oils. And this is absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, I love Laura Mercier setting powder. And so after I put all of that everywhere that the concealer was placed, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and start to brush away the excess powder. And then I'm going to move on to my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark with my Real Techniques powder brush. I'm going to take some of that and then buff over the remaining parts of my face that I did not put my Laura Mercier powder, just to kind of absorb the oil from the foundation. This is the Black Radiance Contour Palette in the medium to dark shade. I love it. It has like a little diagram. I'm going to take those two dark shades. They have a highlight shade too. I'm going to use a little bit of that dark shade because it's super pigmented, and then I'm going to go into the hollows of my cheeks and I'm going to start buffing in circular motions just to kind of get that contour back into my face that I just took away with that foundation. So this is going to bring back the depth to my face. I'm going to do that on the right and the left side. Once again, not using too much because this is what happens. And if you do have this issue, just buff it out. Blending is the key. Blending is key. So we're going to do that hollows of my cheeks, on my forehead, and also jawline as well, which I did not film, but it's fine. Now I'm going to take a Real Techniques brush. I don't really know what this brush is called. Using that same Black Radiance palette, I'm going to start contouring my nose. Now I totally screwed up on this, and this happens to me all the time, but I'm going to show you what I do when this situation happens. So I'm taking a blending brush, and that same powder that I used to kind of set my foundation, I'm going to swirl that, and I'm going to start blending out those harsh lines. Blending is the key, man. I mean, you can literally fix anything if you just blend, people. Blend, blend, blend. So taking that same blending brush in those two colors, I'm going to go into the creases of my eyes just to deepen those as well. And in the next frame, you're going to see that I have on some highlight, but my camera died, so I didn't film it, but it's a concoction. But right now, what I'm doing is going in between that highlight and contour with Makeup Revolution blush. And here is the finished look. This is what I do every single day, guys. Hair done. So sorry my camera's out of focus. I did not know. But yeah, this is it. And I look forward to doing more of these with you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.